Hello again there, grade 6 learners. It's for our module 5. In module 4, we have discussed about addition and subtraction of mixed decimals and decimals. In module 5, we are going to learn about solving word problems on multiplication of decimals. So are you ready, children? Now bring out your ball pen, answer sheet, and self-learning module, and let's begin. Target. At the end of this module, you should be able to solve one-step and multi-step routine and non-routine problems involving multiplication of decimals and mixed decimals, including money, using appropriate problem-solving strategies. So after completing this lesson, you're expected to write instantly the product of decimals up to 2 decimal places by 1/10, 1/100, 10, and 100. Multiply decimals and mixed decimals with factors up to 2 decimal places and solve word problems involving multiplication of decimals. Jump start. Consider the following problem. Carolina, Reina, and Marie decided to give a gift to their best friend Anna. Each of them contributed 45 pesos and 50 centavos to buy a cute teddy bear. How much did they spend for the gift? Number 1 question, who is celebrating her birthday? Sino ang magse-celebrate ng kanyang birthday? Number 2, who decided to give gift to her? Sino ang nag-decide o nagplano na magbigay ng regalo sa kanya? Number 3, and the last question, what kind of friends are they? Anong klaseng kaibigan sila? Are you like them too? Katulad ka din ba nila? Sagutin po yan sa inyong answer sheet. Discover. So let us study the solutions from the jumpstart problem. So 45 pesos and 50 centavos times 3. So I will show you a video on how I solved the problem. Watch it.
Okay, let us solve the problem in the jumpstart. 45 pesos and 50 centavos times 3. So may point yun ha. So let us solve. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 5 is 15. So yung 5, ilagay natin. Yung 1, pupunta natin doon. 15, di ba? 3 times 5 is 15 ulit, plus 1, 16. So 6 yan, 1 doon. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Ngayon, ilang decimal places? 1, 2, bago yung tuldok. So bilang katama, 1, 2. So yan po yung sagot. 136 pesos and 50 centavos. So, naintindihan po yung steps.
Here are the steps in multiplying decimals. Step 1, write the factors just like when you are multiplying whole numbers. Multiply the factors just like multiplying whole numbers. Count the decimal places in each factor. Add them up. The sum of those numbers is also the number of decimal places of the final product. So let us try another example. I will show you in a video how I will do it. Okay, are you ready, children, to watch it?
Okay, let's try these examples. Pansin ninyo, sa multiplication, kahit hindi magkatapat yung decimal point. Hindi katulad sa addition and subtraction, dapat magkakatapat yung decimal point. Now, let us proceed to solve 14 and 15 hundredths times 3 and 5/10. So, from right to left tayo. So, magsisimula tayo dito, pag ganon. 5 times 5 is 25. So, 5 lalagay natin dyan. Lalagay natin yung 2 dito. 5 times 1 is 5 times 2, plus 2 is 7. 5 times 4 is 20. So, 0 ilalagay natin dyan. Yung 2 ilalagay natin dito. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2 is 7. Next, second digit na tayo. Dito sa baba. 3 times 5 is 15. Yung 1, lagay natin doon. 3 times 1 plus 1, hindi na natin idadagdag yung 2 kasi sa multiplier na 5 siya. So, 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1, so 4. Then 3 times 4 is 12. So, yung 2, then yung 1, lalagay natin ulit doon. So, 3 times 1 plus 1, yung 1 doon. So, 4. Now, let us add the partial product. So, 5, 7 plus 5 is 12. 1 lagay natin doon. 1 plus 0 is 1 plus 4 is 5. Then, 7 plus 2 is 9. Then, 4. Let us count the decimal places. Yung decimal places, write numbers bago yung decimal point. So, 1, 2, 3. So, how many decimal places bago yung decimal point? 3. So, 1, 2, 3. Dito natin ilalagay yung decimal point. Okay, naintindihan? Let us proceed to example number 2. 3 and 2/10 times 5 and 6/10. Unahin natin right to left. So, 6 times 2 is 12. So, yung 12, lagay natin dito yung 1. 6 times 3 is 18 plus 1 is 19. Next, 5 times 2 is 10. Lagay natin ulit yung 1 doon. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 1 is 16. Let us add the partial product. 2, 9, 1 plus 6 is 7, then 1. Let us count the decimal places. 1, 2. So, 1, 2 bago yung decimal point. Gets po natin?
Now, we are now in multiplication of decimals by powers of 10, 100 by 0 and 1/10 and 0 and 1/100. Now, always remember that to multiply decimal by 1/10 and 100, just move the decimal point to the left, depending on the number of decimal places in the multiplier to get the correct product. So, I will show you how. So, watch the video.
So, sinabi, move to the left. Pero, alam nyo, may technique yan. Diba? 85 and 7/10 times 0.1. 1 yan. So, i-copy mo na lang yan. 857, diba? Ngayon, ilang decimal places? 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh. Then, dyan na. Another. Ulit. Copy mo ulit yung 857. Kasi nga, para siyang tina-times mo sa 1. Then, let us count the decimal place. 1, 2, 3. So, 1, 2, 3. Dyan yung decimal point, mag-a-add ka lang ng 0. Ulit. 3.2 times 1, di 32 na yan. Tama? Then, let us count the decimal place. 1, 2, 1, 2. So, yan. Magdadagdag na lang tayo ng 0. Another. 32 ulit. Or 3.2. Then, let us count the decimal places. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, kuna na niya. So, kailangan mong magdagdag dyan ng 0, then decimal point, then 0. Okay. Nagigets ninyo? Now, yan, 785 ulit. Then, let us count the decimal place. 1, 2. So, 1, 2. Oh. Next, another. 785 ulit. Then, let us count the decimal places. 1, 2, 3. So, 1, 2, 3. Diyan yung decimal point niya. Then, we will add 0. Okay, another. 456. Kasi parang tina-times 1 mo lang siya. Then, let us count the decimal place. 1, 2. So, 1, 2. Diyan yung decimal point. 1, 2. Diyan yung decimal point. Next, 456 ulit. Let us count the decimal place. 1, 2, 3. So, 1, 2, 3. Diyan yung decimal point. We will add 0. Gets ninyo, children? To multiply decimals by 10, 100, just move the decimal point to the right, depending on the number of zeros in the multiplier to get the correct product. To the right naman ngayon. Pero there are techniques that I will show you para mas madali ninyong matutunan. And now, let us multiply decimal by tens and 100. So, madali lang siya. Kasi 10, so ilang 0 yan. So, multiply natin, magiging 320. Ilang decimal place? 1, 1. So, yan yung decimal point, 32.0 sana. Pero pwede mo yung isulat na 32 na lang kasi 0 yung kasunod. Another, so yan, magiging 32 tapos dalawang 0. Bakit dalawang 0? Kasi 100 yung minultiply mo. Then, bilangin natin 1. So, 1. Pwede natin yung isulat na 320. Okay. Naintindihan, children? Then, magiging 7,850. Then, 1. Diyan yung decimal. Susulat mo siya ulit na 785. Another is, dalawang 0 na yung idadagdag mo. So, ilang decimal place? Isa. So, tanggalin natin. Isusulat natin siya na 7,850. Then, 4, 5, 6, then 0. Decimal place, 1. So, 1. Susulat mo siya na 456. Then, ilang 0? Dalawa yung idadagdag mo. 456, dalawang 0. Ilang decimal place? Isa. So, magiging 4,560. Diba mas madali, children? Explore. Do the activities on a separate sheet of paper. Letter A, find the product. So, isosolve nyo lang po ito. Then, letter B, find the product of the following decimals mentally. Letter C, solve each problem and choose the letter of the correct answer. So, sa answer sheet po ninyo, sa 9 and 10, letter na lamang po ang ilalagay. Deepen. Do the activities on a separate sheet of paper. Letter A, find the product of the following. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Sa answer sheet po ninyo, letter na lamang po ang ilalagay. Letter B, read, analyze, and solve the following question. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Sa 5 to 8 po, letter na lamang po ulit ang ilalagay sa answer sheet. Letter C, read, analyze, and solve the problems below and write the correct answer on the blank provided after each problem. So sa 9 and 10 po, basahin mabuti yung problem, i-analyze ito, then isolve po. Gauge. Letter A, what makes the child cry? So, decoding messages tayo. Do the multiplication. So, isosolve nyo po yan. Yung 1 to 6, isosolve nyo po. Find the answer and write the letter at the top of the correct product to complete the sentence. Write your answer on a separate sheet. So, isusulat nyo po yung letra ng corresponding na sagot dyan sa baba. So, may nakikita na kayong numbers dyan sa baba.
Kunwari, yung number 1, ang sagot niya ay dito sa baba, ilalagay niyo yung letter na corresponding sa sagot ng number 1. Letter B, find the product of the following decimals mentally. So, mentally lang siya, madali lang siya. And letter Z, read, analyze, and solve the given problems below. Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. Sa answer sheet po ninyo, letter na lamang po ang ilalagay. References. That's all for today, learners. See you again next week for Module 6.